So I'm way early for an appointment. I figured I'd make a TikTok that really nobody cares about, but it's more for me. So as someone who's been in a relationship for about the past 25 years, married for almost the past 24, and newly is separated or been separated for a year, filed for divorce, and has been dating a person for a decent amount of time.
Okay.
And then to have said person that seemed like a great guy that you really connected with, that like you just enjoyed each other's company and it was easy, to kind of just out of nowhere decide that he wanted to end it, that right now he didn't want a relationship, and he has some stuff going on personally that, and I get he can't dedicate the time that he needs, and I was causing extra stress when I said I wouldn't. But it's like being in high school and breaking up with that boyfriend that you really liked. It's rough. And I've heard people say like the first breakup after like marriage is the hardest one, or can be the hardest one.
Okay.
And maybe it's more so because I shouldn't have been in a relationship so close to ending my marriage.
What?
So it's more like a trauma bond, and we were kind of codependent on each other, but it doesn't
What?
make the pain feel any less. It's still pretty fresh because it just happened on Monday. And I was...
Bro, your husband left you, or you left your marriage. Then you got into it with somebody else and you quote trauma bonding. Here we go, throwing all these psychological terms from TikTok because you're the rebound chick. You literally jumped on the next D to try to forget about the old one, and you got burned again. Oh my God.
I wasn't expecting it. And I went from
happy
having someone I talk to most of the day, all day, if I'm not spending time with them, for the last months, many months. And then before that, we were friends, to no contact at all.
We were friends before that. How was this a friend while you were married? I'm just wondering, was this guy the guy that your husband was told not to worry about by you? And then all of a sudden, I don't know, what's the real story here? Your husband just up and leaves you for whatever reason? And then you want to say what? You hopped on your friend's D? What I tell you guys about guy friends, do you see that? We were friends many months before. Wait a second. And then we were humping each other as soon as I left my husband. Do you think for 1 second here that she could have potentially emotionally attached to this so-called friend and then decided to leave her husband to pursue a relationship with this bozo friend, and then high value Chad over here pumps her for some months and then dumps her? So her entire dream just collapsed on itself of, I'm going to leave my husband for the new guy that gives me the tingles, and oh crap, both branches broke. I have nothing else to swing to. My boy toy, my friend, the hot Chad, just used me and then ghosted me just like that. You can't make this shit up, dude. You can't. And now she's on social media crying to the whole world how she's the victim here, how she was trauma bonded, how she didn't destroy her marriage, how she didn't leave her husband, how she wasn't a complete moron and threw everything away to sleep with a friend, which is now gone out of her life. Wow.
And it's hard. And it makes me not ever want to date again, honestly.
Totally not your fault.
This heartbroken after one, I don't think I can handle another one.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone tells me that dating sucks, like in general. That there's a lot of weirdos, that like people will tell you whatever. And it's hard to meet people now.
It's called being low sexual marketplace value. Welcome. You're a post-divorcee, post-wall, post maybe a few kids. Of course, you're not going to get top quality men like you used to. And if you even do, you're getting pumped and dumped just like you just did. Like there's a difference between a guy wanting to have sex with you and a guy wanting something long-term commitment. There's a huge difference. You're finding out now that most men just want to bone you and want nothing to do with you in terms of commitment. It's completely different now, because back when you were in your prime time, men were willing to commit. You weren't. Or maybe you did because you had a husband. Who knows? But you woke up with a midlife crisis. All of a sudden you thought you could do better. You thought your friend was in there for the long haul, and you left the long term you had to pursue something new. I'm not falling for these bullshit tears. Next. What a bozo.
This is what these chicks get when they divorce their husbands of many years, 25 years of marriage. Because first of all, she kept this guy in the friend zone. Maybe she was even cheating on her husband with this guy. And the guy was just a friend, you know. And immediately she divorced. She thought that she's going to make this guy commit. But guess what? This guy has seen the way you treated your husband. What do you think he's going to do? He knows that you cheated on your husband, and he knows that you're going to eventually cheat on him if he commits to you. Chats understand that the game is played without commitment. Chats understand that the eros period. So in every relationship, there are two periods. You have the eros, where the sex, this high intensity sex, it lasts about anywhere from 6 months to about 6 years. Sorry, 6 months to about 2 years. When there is that sexual tension, you don't know each other yet. You're not, most of the time, you're not even living with each other. There's high sexual tension, and so you think that there's sparks in the air. And then when the relationship gets to a boring period, maybe after 6 months, for some people they can take it up to 2 years and things like that, then things start dying down. It gets to the philia. That's where the word familia came from. So this is now family kind of love. Now you are now like friends. So when the sparks are gone, these women become bored. So chats understand that they want the eros. Chats always keep it in the eros period. The eros period of hot sex. That's where chat is. Whenever you tell chat, I want you to commit, chat knows that it's coming to an end. He will just dump you. He will not even tell you. He will block you. You will not even be able to get to him. And that's why these ladies are crying, because chat knows how to deal with them. Now, eros stands for erotic. So erotic sex, right? So there's a period when you don't know each other. You don't know each other's flaws because you are not familiar with each other. So that uncertainty, that unknown aspect of each other creates a lot of chemistry. There's a mystery. The man has mystery. The woman has some mystery. You don't know each other. So the sex is intense. And then after a while, you start living with each other. And then after a while, like maybe after 6 months or 2 years, the honeymoon period dies down. And now you guys become so familiar to each other. You know that sometimes they poop and they don't wipe their their backside very well. So you know all of these nasty things about each other. You know their flaws. You know everything. You've had so much sex with them, and then everything just dies down. You become like friends. That's so they start referring to you like their friend. Chad understands, and Chad understands that with these ladies, when they get out of their marriages, it's just to, and then you discard them. You move on to the next one. The same intense sex, you discard. Chad understands that. That is Chad's modus operandi. He understands. He understands that committing to these women is not the right thing to do. It's the way to destruction. Because once you commit to them, they become bored. Their punani dries up. No more sex. Or at least the sex drops. So I hope you're getting it.
Oh, it's the same chick.
So I know I look like a little bit crazy.
Holy crap.
I only got 3.5 hours of sleep because I have insomnia even after I took melatonin. But it's just crazy how like you can be sitting and you can be fine, and then
Mentally
like,
unstable.
all of a sudden out of nowhere,
Mental disease.
like you remember again that you can't reach out to that person, or like
Damn, Chad imprinted on her.
and it hurts because
Alpha widow.
you're worried about them. And I know.
Wow, this one got alpha widowed hard, dude. She got pumped for a few months, had the time of her life. That dude was the complete opposite of her husband. All the fifis were on fire. And then he left just like that, ghosted her, bro. He does not talk to her at all. When the man moved on, like a Chad that he is, he moved on. She can't even contact him. Look at her having mental breakdowns on the internet over a dude that does not care about her, probably has something on his arm already. Unbelievable. They do it to themselves. Left her marriage. Bro, if this doesn't serve as a wake-up call for women, I don't know what will, dude. We're going to have entire generations of women with these midlife crises because they settle down with a good guy and want to hop on a bad boy and then get absolutely burnt. Blames men still. It's not your fault. It's men's fault. Men shouldn't be pigs. Men shouldn't be assholes. Men shouldn't be using women. But it's like, why are you allowing yourself to be used? Why are you entertaining bozos? Why do you entertain a felon with like 6 baby mamas and neck and sleeve tattoos everywhere? Why do you entertain losers? Why do you spread your legs for losers? Oh, so men are like, yeah, it pays to be a loser, I guess. Let me be a bad guy. Let me talk all my shit. Let me use her. Let me completely disrespect her, because apparently that's what gets them to open their legs. Women train men how to be successful with sex because women respond to a certain type of man. That's what it is. You're doing it to yourself, ladies.
That he doesn't deserve me to feel the way I do.
Holy breakdown.
But that's the type of person that I am. That I do the best in people. And people that I care about, I never want.
She sees the best in people. She's coping herself. This is her soothing herself of why she got pumped and dumped and why she still wants him back. And that dude is just a phone call away from being like, I've been thinking about you. If he's on a dry spell, the dude will just pick up the phone and be like, listen, I've been thinking about you. I want to see you today. She's going to hop on his D right away, dude. I've had chicks like this. It's just so ridiculous. Like once they're spellbound, once you lay down the devil pipe, it's game over, dude. You have taken their souls and they will do anything to get back in there. Anything. They'll share women. They'll absolutely have an open relationship with. They'll do everything. Once you spellbound a chick like that, it's game over. That's why some of these dudes get away with everything, because they're laying down supreme meat. And that chick is never going to get anything like that ever again.
Anything bad to happen to them. And maybe I'll move past that and I'll be angry.
Wow, dude.
But for right now, it's just really hard to not reach out or
really got a scratch.
No, I'm trying
that
to
itch
say.
scratch.
It's just
Them
hard.
walls.
And
It's
I know
really
it's
hard.
gonna get better, but
Not. It won't.
So I hope you liked the video. Guys, please click this photo of mine here to subscribe and then click here to watch the next amazing video. See you in the next one.